Good morning. Am I on? I am? Okay, now I am. I didn't hear me. I like to hear me more so. So I took that picture trying to study for today's message. It wasn't me, but I like that picture because it really showed the kind of the impact of what today's story is. It's studying the Transfiguration. What does it mean? And the bigger question I thought we needed to answer is, who are these two guys named Moses and Elijah? We hear about them. They show up with Jesus, but why are they so important? Who do they claim to be? We hear a lot of different people in the Bible. Some are important: Jesus, Paul, Peter. Some are the background characters like Mishma, Nebaioth, Nathaniel. In the Transfiguration story, we hear about two important characters shown with Jesus in his glory: Moses and Elijah. And I'm here to tell you who they are. Can we get the first slide? Let me introduce you to Moses. Moses is one of the main characters of the Hebrew Bible at the Old Testament. He was the one who led the Jewish people out of bondage in Egypt, gave laws to the Israelite nation, and brought them to the Promised Land. Moses first interacted with God via a flaming bush, which is where Moses received his order to rescue the Jewish people from slavery. He and his brother Aaron succeeded in that. He led them through the desert for over 40 years. Moses was commanded by God to climb Mount Sinai to receive the first set of laws for the Israelite nation that we know as the Ten Commandments. And lastly, he was called up to climb Mount Nebo to see where the Israelite nation would finally settle, and was successful in leading his people to the land where they become the nation that God wanted them to be. Moses, however, would not be able to join them because of various actions that Moses did. Moses brought the Israelite nation to freedom, created the rules and the boundaries to help them become who they were. Now let me introduce you to Elijah. Elijah was one of the first prophets named in the Old Testament, being first introduced in 1 Kings, giving a message from God to King Ahab at the time. Elijah had the ability to resurrect people. You can check 1 Kings 17 for that. Elijah had shown proof of God's existence in a war he had against the followers of Baal. Facing the repercussions from that, he was forced into hiding, thinking he would be killed. He had an interaction with the angel to continue on his journey, which is where he met his protege, Elisha, and then later on, he was taken up by a whirlwind into heaven. Elijah became the main prophet to continue sharing the prophecies and the foretellings about who God is and the Savior that would be sent. Now, that was a very, very, very brief introduction to who these characters are, but doesn't make sense why they were with Jesus. Moses helped create the nation of Israel and laid the foundation for what it means to cohabitate as a godly nation. Elijah helped the people understand who God was and made sure that people were staying true to God's plan. These were some of the very important people in the biblical story, and that is why we focus on them today.